If you want to learn something about God, shut your mouth and listen to me for a minute.
Many children healed. We've seen midgets grow. We've seen arms and legs that stop growing because the growth cells have stopped. Manda da basata. I don't make this stuff up.
Behold, the atheist's nightmare.
That's the power of the Holy Ghost!
Why do they teach every other theory in science except creation?
Warlocks are enemies of God.
No one's ever going to convince me that the Word of God is not true.
You know, if you put Jesus Christ first, that he'll look after all your bills.
And so the devil said, okay, it's a deal.
And if you want to tell me how to live my life, it better line up with the Word of God or shut your mouth.
I'm loaded. I'm pregnant with miracles.
What do you believe?
Send us the cash.
Welcome to the Bible Dumb Podcast. This is the podcast where two atheists read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. I am Davey Hill.
I'm Jessie Hill.
And we're back to finish the first book of Kings.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. So we got some new characters here towards the end. Captain Ahab.
Oh, yes.
And your namesake, Jezebel.
Yay.
What were they up to? You remember? I don't. It's like the start of every episode. I have no idea what happened last time.
It was recorded last week, too.
I know.
I don't know.
I'm scanning.
There's something about some priests that were abolished or exiled, and that's all I remember.
Oh, well, let's just go with that. Why not? Hey, if you want to know what happened last time, go listen to the last episode.
Yeah, that's on you.
All right, chapter 21. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard, which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab, king of Samaria. It was hard by that palace. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house, and I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money. And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord forbid it me, that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased, because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed, and turned away his face, and would eat no bread. He's throwing a little baby fit. It's like having a tantrum in his room because he didn't get to buy the vineyard. Okay.
Trying to commit some eminent domain.
Oh. What's that?
When the government takes your land.
Oh, yeah. I know that. But Jezebel his wife came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, said unto him, Give me the vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give you another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. And Jezebel his wife said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name, and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, Proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people. And set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him, to bear witness against him, saying, Thou didst blaspheme God and the king, and then carry him out and stone him that he may die. Just go frame him and then kill him. And the men of his city, even the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants in his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them, and as it was written into the letters which she had sent unto them. They proclaimed a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people. And there came in 2 men, children of Belial, that sat before him, And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blaspheme God and the king. Then they carried him forth out of the city, and stoned him with stones, that he died. Then they sent to Jezebel, saying, Naboth is stoned and dead. And it came to pass, when Jezebel heard that Naboth was stoned, and was dead, that Jezebel said to Ahab, Arise, take possession of the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite, which he refused to give thee for money, for Naboth is not alive, but dead. And it came to so I guess your namesake is not very nice.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
You can't always be good.
Well, she has problems with her neighbors and maybe overreacts a little bit. Maybe no similarities here.
No similarities.
And it came to pass when Ahab heard that Naboth was dead, that Ahab rose up to go down to the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite to take possession of it. Do you think that this vineyard is going to be possessed? It's going to be haunted?
I could see that happening, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be cursed land.
Yeah. They'll never
It's going to have like a pet cemetery on it.
they'll never be able to grow anything. Okay.
And the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying,
Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria. Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whither he is gone down to possess it. And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Hast thou killed and also taken possession? And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus saith the Lord, In the place where dogs licked the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine.
Was that dogs or gods?
Dogs.
Oh, okay.
I guess the dogs came and licked his dead body after they stoned him. And they said, well, God says you're going to die in the exact same place, and the dogs are going to lick thy blood, Ahab. Bad news. And Ahab said to Elijah,
Let them.
What, let the dogs?
Yeah. Once you're dead, what do you care?
Yeah, I think they do. I think they let him. True.
Mm-hmm.
And Ahab said to Elijah, Hast thou found me, O mine enemy? And he answered, I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight of the Lord. So does Ahab know that Jezebel did this? Or did she just go off and do it and then said, oh, hey, he's dead. Go get that vineyard now.
She probably just went off on her own.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
That's her style.
That's our style. I mean, her style.
Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy posterity, and will cut off from Ahab him that pisseth against the wall, and him that is shut up and left in Israel. Did I skip something? No, I don't think so. And will make thine house like a house of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha the son of Ahijah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger and made Israel to sin. And Jezebel also spake the Lord, saying, The gods shall eat. And Jezebel also spake the Lord, saying,
The dogs shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel. Him that dieth of Ahab in the city the dogs shall eat, and him that dieth in the field shall the fowls of the air eat.
But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of the Lord, whom Jezebel his wife stirred up. I like how it's like...
It's her fault.
It's always her fault.
Yeah.
And he did very abominably in following idols, according to all things, as did the Amorites, whom the Lord cast out before the children of Israel. And it came to pass, when Ahab heard those words, that he rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his flesh, and fasted, and lay in sackcloth, and went softly. Had another tantrum. And the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying,
Seest thou how Ahab humbleth himself before me? Because he humbleth himself before me, I will not bring evil in his days, but in his son's days I will bring the evil upon his house.
Yeah, so...
Sorry, I just got really distracted.
It's all right.
What just happened?
God decided that he's going to punish Ahab's sons
That's right,
instead of Ahab because Ahab threw a good fit.
That'd be fun just to start telling people now. If they're throwing a fit, be like, look, I'm gonna punish your sons.
All right, I get. Okay, I won't get you in trouble. I'll just punish your progeny. Well, chapter 22. And they continued 3 years without war between Syria and Israel. And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, Know ye that Ramoth in Gilead is ours, and we be still, and take it not out of the hand of the king of Syria? And he said unto Jehoshaphat, Wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, Shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, Go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And Jehoshaphat said, Is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him? And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, There is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord. But I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, Let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, Hasten hither Micaiah, the son of Imlah. I like how he's just like, yeah, I got a prophet, but he's a fucking dickhead. He keeps prophesizing bad shit about me. If you did have a prophet and he was like, just kept telling you like all the bad things that were going to happen in your life, I imagine I too would be like, it'd be hard not to shoot the messenger.
Yeah, it'd be a little upsetting.
Yeah, you'd be like, dude, come on. Like, I don't know. I think I wouldn't want to know the bad things. I would just want to know the good things.
Well, yeah, definitely.
If you can't change it.
Yeah, I guess if you could change it.
But could you prepare for it?
I think maybe. Okay, you would definitely want to know things that you could prevent, but...
Or at least prepare for. Like, so if you knew that there was going to be like... like, you knew you were going to get in a car accident or whatever. So you could, like, drive around in, like, a... a tank or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Bad example. But...
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Good thing it's make-believe. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes, in a void place, in the entrance of the gate of Samaria, and all the prophets prophesied before them. And Zedekiah, the son of Chenaanah, made him horns of iron, and he said, Thus saith the Lord, With these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou hast consumed them. And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, Go up to Ramoth Gilead, and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the king's hand. And the messenger that was gone to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, Behold now the words of the prophets, declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. Yeah, please just tell us the good news. And Micaiah said, As the Lord liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that I will speak. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, Go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. And the king said unto him, How many times shall I adjure thee, that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills, as sheep that have not a shepherd. And the Lord said, These have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, Did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing by him, on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said,
Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?
And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit, and stood before the Lord, and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him,
Wherewith?
And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said,
Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also. Go forth, and do so.
Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. Okay, let's stop here for a second. I'm super confused. So the Lord, who said that? Jehoshaphat? Did Jehoshaphat say that he saw the Lord and that they decided they were going to send a liar in the mouth of the prophets to convince them to go fight? Did you follow this? Are you paying attention?
I was trying to, but it was a lot. I mean, that sounds about right. He clearly told him, oh no, go to war, you're going to do great. And this is like the first positive thing he's ever told him.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like a
And
setup
he's like,
when you were reading it.
this sounds like a lie. And somebody was like, yeah, it is a lie. God told all his prophets to come and trick you so that you'll go to battle and then you'll die.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Some cloak and dagger shit happening. But Zedekiah, the son of Chenaanah, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek, slapped him, and said, Which way went the Spirit of the Lord from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, Behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. And the king of Israel said, Take Micaiah and carry him back into Amon, the governor of the city, and to Joash the king's son, and say, Thus saith the king, Put this fellow in the prison, and feed him with bread of affliction, and with water of affliction, until I come in peace.
Was that moldy?
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Giving him
Moldy
moldy
and
bread and dank-ass water.
Bacteria-ridden water.
Yeah.
Must be.
So if his prophecy comes true, he'll get let out. But if he dies, then Micah's going to stay eating moldy bread. Quite a conundrum.
Mm-hmm.
And Micaiah said, If thou return at all in peace, the Lord hath not spoken by me. And he said, Hearken, O people, every one of you.
Mm-mm.
So the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, I will disguise myself and enter into the battle, but put thou on thy robes. And the king of Israel disguised himself and went into the battle. But the king of Syria commanded his 32 captains that had rule over his chariots, saying, Fight neither with small nor great, save only with the king of Israel. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots saw Jehoshaphat, that they said, Surely it is the king of Israel. And they turned aside to fight against him. And Jehoshaphat cried out, Ah! And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from pursuing him. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture, and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Wherefore he said unto the driver of his chariot, Turn thine hand, and carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. And the battle increased that day, and the king was stayed up in his chariot against the Syrians, and died at even, and the blood ran out of the wound into the midst of the chariot. And there went a proclamation throughout the host about the going down of the sun, saying, Every man to his city, and every man to his own country. So the king died, and was brought to Samaria, and they buried the king in Samaria. And one washed the chariot in the pool of Samaria, and the dogs licked up his blood. and they washed his armor according unto the word of the Lord which he spake.
You know, that's the coolest death scene we've had so far.
I guess
A
so.
lot of imagery.
Oh, yeah. Some good imagery there.
Yeah, it's been good.
But didn't God say, like, after he threw his pouty fit, that he wouldn't die, that he would wait and just punish his sons?
That's true. Yep.
But he also lied to Micaiah, or through Micaiah, saying he'd be fine if he went to war. There's a lot of duplicitous stuff happening here.
And how did they, like, they were fooled by the decoy, and then they turned around and all of a sudden they just saw him?
No, I just said some random guy hit him with an arrow.
Yeah, but that was random.
Yeah. I mean, he is in a battle.
Yeah, but he, like, another guy was disguised as the king.
Well, Jehoshaphat was in his robes. Was he disguised as the king of Israel, or was he just in his king of Judah robes?
I don't know.
Anyway, he looked like a king. They went after him thinking he was Ahab. They said, "Oh, you're not Ahab." They turned back, and just somewhere in the skirmish, Ahab still got shot by an arrow, even though he was disguised.
Yeah.
Act of God, one might say. Now the rest of the acts of Ahab and all that he did, and the ivory house which he made and all the cities that he built, are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Israel? So Ahab slept with his fathers, and Ahaziah his son reigned in his stead. And Jehoshaphat the son of Asa began to reign over Judah in the 4th year of Ahab king of Israel. Jehoshaphat was 35 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 25 years in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Azubah, the daughter of Shilhi. And he walked in all the ways of Asa his father, and turned not aside from it, doing that which was right in the eyes of the Lord. Nevertheless, the high places were not taken away, for the people offered and burnt incense yet in the high places. And Jehoshaphat made peace with the king of Israel. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoshaphat and his might that he showed, and how he warred, are they not written in the book of Chronicles of the kings of Judah? I wonder if, like I know there's a Chronicles book of the Bible coming up, but there's also, like, a second book of Kings. I wonder which one is this Chronicles of the Kings that they're talking about. I mean, probably Chronicles, but whatever. And the remnant of the Sodomites, which remained in the days of his father Asa, he took out of the land. There was then no king in Edom. A deputy was king. Denethor, steward of the king. Jehoshaphat made ships of Tharshish to go to Ophir for gold, but they went not, for the ships were broken at Ezion-Geber. Then said Ahaziah, the son of Ahab, unto Jehoshaphat, Let my servants go with thy servants in the ships. But Jehoshaphat would not. And Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David his father, and Jehoram his son reigned in his stead. Ahaziah, the son of Ahab, began to reign over Israel in Samaria the 17th year of Jehoshaphat king of Judah, and reigned 2 years over Israel. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, and walked in the ways of his father, and in the way of his mother, and in the way of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel to sin. For he served Baal, and worshipped him, and provoked to anger the Lord God of Israel, according to all that his father had done. Okay, so the king of Israel, Ahab, he's gone already. He didn't do shit. I was expecting way more. Why is Jezebel, like, such a huge character? Why have we heard that name before? She didn't do anything.
Not really.
She, like, had, like, one, like, forged letter. She wrote one forgery about a vineyard.
Yeah, she just wanted to grow some plants, probably.
Yeah. Some landscaping crimes.
Yeah.
Why, but I thought Jezebel meant, like, a promiscuous woman.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But there's nothing in there about that. I'm, like, really looking forward to this book of Chronicles. It's going to be all the dirty secrets, I'm hoping.
There won't be. There will be nothing.
Damn it. Oh, well. Well, this is going to be a short one, because We're already done with our reading.
Oh, good.
And I don't have any stories. You got any stories?
No.
All right. Next time. Stay dumb.
They don't.
Bye.